Our first essayist tonight is Lynne Cullinane. For 30 years, Lynne Cullinane served as a distinguished English teacher, staff development specialist, and English department supervisor at Hopewell Valley. Lynne has also worked as an adjunct professor in the Rider University Graduate School of Education and was a supervisor of student teachers as well. Lynne has also served as a board member, vice president, president, and grants committee chair with the Hopewell Valley Educational Foundation. And in 2013, she moved into an advisory board member role with the HVEF. Her passions include travel, teaching, learning, and of course, NPR. What's not on the script is she also gave me my lawnmower when I moved into my house, and I still use it to this day. So let's put our hands together for Lynne Cullinane.
Well, thank you very much. It's really an honor to be doing this tonight. I'm sort of humbled because this has been a wonderful series of stories and we've heard wonderful things from Dan Getteman. So I'll read you what I wrote. Two powerful life lessons brought me to my belief in the richness of learning. Both were experience-based lessons, one from my father and one from an anonymous high school sophomore. I've loved school from the beginning, and one way or another have spent my whole life there as student, teacher, teacher of teachers, and now student again, a full cycle. I've learned a lot from school, but experience has played the powerful role it always does in life. My father died in 2011 at age 89. He left school at 16 to go to work. The oldest of two children with an injured father, a pregnant mother, and in the depths of the Great Depression, he had no choice. Dad wanted to be a doctor. Instead, after surviving the final battles of World War II in the Pacific, he left the Marine Corps, became a husband, father, and firefighter in quick succession, and kept on working. He also kept on learning. He worked hard to earn his GED. Then he studied for, took, and passed state exams for captain and then for chief of the fire department. He became a certified EMT and then a trainer of EMTs. He was asked by a local doctor to volunteer in the emergency room at the hospital and soon moved to assisting surgeons in the operating room. He learned a lot and loved this work, unpaid though it was. Dad worked 3 jobs when we were young, one job for each of us. His only time to read was at the table, and read he did, often aloud, to all of us. We, of course, were too young to be interested. We listened grumpily and at length. To this day, I don't much like being read to. And yet, Mom and Dad taught us to love learning. We all excelled in school. We all went to college. 2 of us went to graduate school. My lifelong career was in the classroom. I'm still in classrooms, now as a student. I love everything about learning, even when it's tedious, frustrating, and just plain hard. I read constantly. Lifelong learning is a schoolhouse goal and a worthy one, but I learned its meaning before it had the name. Dad's curiosity, his fierce need to learn, to know, and to be a better human being taught me what it means to learn throughout a lifetime. When I was in graduate school, I was asked to shadow a high school student whom I didn't know through her full school day, from homeroom to dismissal, including gym, lunch, study hall, everything. In the 7 hours I followed her, not one teacher asked one question, which she answered. No one said hello or goodbye. She ate lunch alone. She made contributions in one class during group work, but no one asked her anything or responded to her. She walked through her day completely unnoticed. She changed my life. I had been taught to put knowledge of subject matter first on my list of priorities and skills as a teacher. After my shadowing experience, my core beliefs about education, the way I practiced them in the classroom, every encounter with every student shifted. How could my sophomore's life in school lead her to love anything about schools and learning? When I really looked, I realized she was not alone. She shifted my focus from curriculum, schedule, and test to every student in class with me. She has remained with me and in me throughout my professional and my personal life. She, too, taught me the value of learning through a lifetime. I believe life is a learning journey on a bumpy road. Staying on the road is sometimes very hard, but it can lead to understanding and compassion, patience and sound judgment, joy, wisdom even. Dad set me on that road when I was very young. My shadow student broadened it for me when I was no longer so young. I've been very lucky in my life to have been born into such a family, to go to good schools, to have had work which enriched and deepened me, and to have had so many loved ones and colleagues from whom to learn. My deepest gratitude, though, is to my father and to this quiet, unnoticed sophomore girl. They are my teachers and my spirit guides. I thank them.